He is doing the kickoffs as well for the Raptors. At halftime tonight, we have a special performance from our very own Granted Wave, an Arapahoe student and also a up-and-coming EDM house music creator. Warrior is going to get another shot. Again, they will start their drive from the 20-yard line.
I think early on, Warriors need to utilize, despite the fumble, the Warriors need to utilize that run a little more. I don't care for, I like the aggressiveness of the pass early on, pass downfield. So you just want to feel comfortable in the game early on, and then you can make those passes down the field.
Lead two running backs to either side. A timeout is called by Brayton. Sam Johnson recently committed to Butler University. Huge for him. This Warrior program, man, they produce a lot of college athletes that play at very smart schools. Trajan Frazier committed to Princeton just last season. Andrew Smart went to Dartmouth, where he plays football. And 2 years ago, my freshman year, we had Charlie Eckhart, the star of the team, and he committed to Stanford and plays football there now as a safety.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. You also have Drum with Cal Poly, Seek, Air Force, and now Johnson with Butler.
It shows you how Coach Brayton is not just trying to create a winning football team, but he's also trying to raise these young men. As we get a jet sweep from Jaramillo out left. Jaramillo makes magic over there. A flag does come out. Jaramillo maybe gained 6 or 7 on the play. So it's a penalty on the offense. It's a blindside block on the Warriors that will back them up. It remains first down, but they now will have the ball on the 12-yard line.
Yeah, those are the drive killers we've seen all season. First down. Starts out with a big penalty, and now you have to work out a first and very long.
Handoff, Jaden Tackett bounces it out left, gets to the second level, brought down just short of the original first down marker, or the original line of scrimmage marker. Ball spotted at the 19-yard line, so second down and 11. Theo Lee under shotgun. Looking right. Gonna go deep for it, and it looks like Drum got tripped up. No flag comes out, though. He was looking for Drum on a corner. They ran a bunch-type play.
Yeah, that was a dangerous slip there, causing when Lee threw it. You got a couple Raptors defenders there just trying to get there in time for the pick. Couldn't get to it, but creates a third and long now.
Presume another run here, or another pass here, excuse me, as Drum and Jaramillo run out to that right side. It is a pass. Lee looking right, goes for Drum. That ball too high and out of bounds. Intended receiver is Landon Drum. He is back from injury. He was out for a couple weeks, but it's good to have him back. You can tell Lee is super confident in throwing his way. Went for Drum on both those last two passes. But Nick Pangborn will run out to punt it for the Warriors. Nicholson runs in at the last second. Last week, the Warriors played the Cherokee Trail Cougars. They did win that game. It was a hard-fought victory, but the Warriors did prevail and played a relatively solid game, I would say. Pangborn's punt is downed at the 50-yard line, so another good starting field position for the Raptors. Brinkman takes the snap, hands it off. Stopped right at the line. Great defense from the Warriors. Sorrell with no gain on the play. The corners tonight for the Warriors: Carson Shellhorn out right and Jake Mostek out left. And then at safety, it is Trajan Frazier and Sam Johnson. Brinkman drops back looking left. Shellhorn's way, that ball's tipped, intercepted. Fletcher Farley down the right sideline. He's still on his feet, he's got blockers ahead of him. 30, and finally brought down at the 20. That was Connor Gilchrist, not Fletcher Farley. And Gilchrist with his second pick. He had one last week, and now he has one this week, back to back. Huge plays from Connor Gilchrist, and the Warriors now get the ball at the 20-yard line in fantastic scoring position.
Yeah, the Raptors, that ball thrown by Brinkman gets the unlucky bounce off the Raptors wide receiver, and Gilchrist right there able to take it down to the 20, and Warriors looking good for scoring.
Handoff to Tackett. Tackett's out left. He's got a hole, but he just gets tackled. The flag does come out. But man, what a job from Carson Shellhorn. He won't get credited with anything on that play, but that is a hard route to cover. The Raptor receiver ran a slant route. Shellhorn read it out perfectly, got his hand in. The ball knocked off his hands and went perfectly into the breadbasket of Gilchrist, who was in a perfect position to make that interception.
Yeah, props to Shellhorn. He got maybe a little beat on the route initially, but used his speed to get back up there and just deflect the pass and knock it up for a Gilchrist interception.
Shellhorn has really come into his own this season. He didn't even start the season as a starting cornerback, but he has earned his position, and now he will be a baller in future years. Tackett again, this time up the middle, fighting for all the extra yards. Gets up to the 22-yard line. That flag, there was a holding flag that we missed. That backed the Warriors up 10 yards, so second down and 12. Another early penalty to start a drive for the Warriors. We'll see if this one comes up to bite them like it did the last drive. Hadamio in motion. Handoff to Tackett. Tackett out right. Makes a man miss and brings it up past the 20-yard line. It'll be third down and 7.
Big third down for the Warriors here. Definitely in field goal range with Cadwalder's leg.
Lee looking right, going to the end zone for Drum. Drum jumps up, but that pass just too short. No flags come out. Great defense from the Raptors. We've seen Theo Lee throw that ball up to Landon Drum a handful of times this season, and well, it has worked. It did not there. That ball just thrown too short. So the Warriors will bring out Cadwalder for a field goal attempt. Ball lined up on that right hash.
Definitely the longest field goal we've seen this year by far.
That field goal, no good. Cadwalder, it had the distance, but just did not have the accuracy, just left.
Brayton a little mad that there's no penalty on that, the offensive line covering the field goal kicker. Raptors starting at their own 15-yard line. 3:37 left to go in the first quarter. And Raptors lead 3-0.
Design QB run. And Brinkman gets it up to the 24-yard line. Nice gain of 5 to start out the Raptors drive. Warriors come up short there. The 35-yard field goal attempt unfortunately missed. Cadwalder, the goalie for the Arapahoe ABK boys soccer team. He stepped up about halfway through the season, became the kicker for the Warriors, and I mean, he's done a fantastic job at it. He's made, I think, all his extra points as far as I can remember. But that field goal attempt just did not quite have the right accuracy. Third down and a long one. Sorry, I missed that play. I was trying to figure out this whole audio thing. That's my fault.
Yeah, the Raptor, little jet screen action there, and Raptors just took that sideline and got a couple yards, about 15 or 20 there.
First down and 10 for the Raptors. Brinkman tosses it out right. The running back with a stiff arm. Brought down by Shellhorn. That was Braylon Abram. He's going to have a first down. 10-yard run. Bunch wide receiver set out left, but a timeout called by the Warriors. Already their second timeout used only in the first quarter. Just under a minute left to go, or just over a minute left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, definitely don't want to be in that situation later on in the half. If you have the ball with a little bit to go and you want to score, only got one timeout in the back pocket, not the best scenario.
All right, Warrior defense kind of getting walked all over on this to start this drive. Bunch left formation for the Raptors. They will pass, looking deep right. He's open, it's caught. Huge gain brought down by Trajan Frazier. I don't have a number on who that was. I believe it was J. Anthony Green, who catches the 35-yard pass.
Yeah, not sure if there's some miscommunication on coverage there, but, I mean, he was wide open. The safety, the first one to him after the completion. But, I mean, that's an impressive throw by Brinkman. An impressive route running by Anthony Green.
Running back motions. Flag is called before the play. That flag gonna be a false start on the Raptors. Backs them up 5 yards, so still first down, but this instead first down and 15.
But Trey, you're right. Like you said earlier, Warrior defense just being run all over early on. Raptor drive starting at their own 15-yard line.
Handoff going out right. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. That was Sorrell. 4-yard run.
Sorrell been a key piece in this running game early on, using him for those inside runs.
Going out right or left. That pass incomplete. Intended receiver is Quincy Clayton.
McAfee on the coverage. Big third down here. Warriors needing this stop.
Gonna quickly move a player out. The Raptors 3rd down and 11.
Another
whistle comes out before the play. It is a timeout from the Raptors.
First timeout of the half by Eaglecrest, using it on the 3rd and 11 play. Eaglecrest in the season have used J. Anthony Green as a quarterback. I imagine it's been for some trick plays, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see that out of Anthony Green there, just to kind of throw the ball maybe down the field trying to trick this Warrior defense as we come back from a 3rd and 11 timeout by the Raptors.
Raptors got to get something. Got to get a big play here. Could be 4-down territory if they don't have a field goal kicker. Looking left. Going for Anthony Green. That ball incomplete. Great coverage from the sophomore, Carson Shellhorn. And once again, Shellhorn comes up with a big play for the Warriors.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised that there wasn't a pass interference called there by Shellhorn. It looked like he was tugging on the Raptor receiver a little bit, kind of grabbing him. Might have got away with one there, but looks like they'll bring out the field goal team.
Yeah, the field goal team comes out again. It is Julian Trujillo. Almost blocked by Sam Johnson. That field goal is just going to be short and right. So a great stop from the Warriors defense. Man, Shellhorn, he is balling out in the last few games. Definitely going to be a star for the next for the next 2 years for the Warriors.
Yeah, despite the Raptors, they really did put together a well-produced drive until that final series. Just couldn't find any yardage there. Looks like that false start kind of killed them in the end, but Warriors with about 39 seconds in this first quarter will look to try to get something on the scoreboard here.
Yeah, been a dull couple of drives for this offense. Tackett takes it out right. He'll maybe gain 2 yards on the play.
Tackett on the carry. Number 12, Jeremy Ballaroo on the stop. Short gain on the play.
Looks like they could run this out to the second quarter here.
Yep, 10 seconds and counting. And that will be it for the first quarter. So not a whole lot going on. We had both teams miss a field goal. Eaglecrest made one. Of course, that score on the screen right now is wrong.
Yeah, that's from last week. Excuse that. It's 3-0. Still wrong team. There we go.
We're going to go down to the sideline, actually, with Cowboy Caden. Give me 2 seconds here, Caden. Caden, what do you got for us?
I think overall it's been kind of a boring game to watch from down here. I mean, 3-0, 2 missed field goals, but what we're seeing is some pretty good last-minute stops from the Warrior defense, and I want to see more stops that are not last minute. I think that'll be the key to the game and getting some offensive drives going.
Yeah, thank you, Caden. All right, now we are going to go to a commercial break. Actually, maybe we won't go to a commercial break. Warriors already having their offense head back onto the field. Lee going to Jaramillo in the middle on a screen. Jaramillo breaks it up for a first down. Speedy Jaramillo brings the ball up to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Marcel, it feels like we haven't used him a whole lot in the season. We've mainly seen him on the kickoff returns. It feels like it's mainly been Tackett, and Marcelo sprinkled it in a little bit. But that's a good run there by Marcelo.
Another thing to note there, we haven't seen Frazier. Obviously, Frazier was out with an injury, but since he's came back this week and last week, there is his first handoff of the game, of course, as I'm mentioning how he hasn't got the ball. But last week against Eaglecrest, we didn't see him a whole lot on the offensive side of the ball. This week, he does get a run there. It is a gain of 6.
It looks like Frazier was a little banged up during that Cherokee Trail game. Obviously, that was his first game back, so they weren't going to use him a whole lot, but still looked like he got a little banged up.
2nd down and 4. Drum way out right. Handoff up the middle to Tackett. Tackett stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. Fantastic job by Jones to immediately get in there. A flag does come out.
Yeah, Jones leads the team in sacks, 6 on the year, 15 QB hurries, and he's just a strong pass rush person for this defense. Looks like it will be on the Raptors. "15-yard penalty." Couldn't hear exactly what he said. Unnecessary roughness. Thank you, Lane. But that will increase the Warriors' field position by 15 yards, as that will be an automatic first down as well.
Jet sweep to Jaramillo. He breaks free out left, but can't stay in bounds. Jaramillo, he gets to that top speed so quickly. Obviously, he is only a sophomore, so gonna have to step into a bigger role. Drew Craig is in at quarterback currently. It's just gonna be a jet sweep back to Jaramillo. This time out right. Jaramillo breaks open throw as a first down.
You wonder if they'll bring in Drew Craig a little bit tonight as it's senior night and maybe get a few snaps in there for him.
Lee comes back on. The Warriors were in the hurry up. Now, who is that running off? That is, that is Jet Hughes Smith. It's the senior tight end.
"12 men on the offense. I'll back the Warriors up. Maybe a wrong substitution with Jet coming in.
Yeah, Jet a senior this year, so getting his opportunity to play a few snaps. Landon Drum out left. Tackett, the running back. Handoff to Tackett, outright. And Tackett will be stopped for a short gain.
Jake Tackett on the carry. On the stop, number 7, Zane Jackson.
The Raptors' defensive line has able to, really the run defense in general, has been able to stop Tackett a lot tonight, not let him break off so much. Marcelo's speed has been useful.
Lee under pressure, steps up in the pocket, but he'll be brought down. And a flag does come out because that's going to be roughing the passer. That was Garcia who threw Lee down. It was in the neck, head, shoulder region that he threw him down.
Yeah, you just can't do that. That's a stupid mistake, really, by the Raptors defensive player there. You could have had a sack and force a 3rd and forever. Instead, you just gave the Warriors a first down.
Yeah, that is just not a good play for the Raptors. But finally, I mean, a penalty, a big penalty going our way. It feels like we haven't had one of those yet this game.
Yeah, now it really puts you close to that red zone area in Cadwalader's range. And now just trying to get a touchdown or put something on the board.
2 receivers out left. Immediately is looking left. Lee under pressure again. Almost able to break free, but brought down. He was brought down there by Zane Jackson and Cooper Shaw.
Yeah, this time not as aggressive on the sack, but Raptors will make up. Bring up a 2nd and 15 or 16 for the Warriors.
Lee gonna hand it off to Tackett. Tackett immediately gonna be pressured behind the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but once again, Zane Jackson coming up with a huge play for the Raptors, and it'll now be 3rd down and 16.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the Raptors' rush defense has just been all over Tackett when he has the ball. Just nowhere really to go for Tackett. Marcelo, maybe just because he's a little smaller and can fit through those smaller holes, just getting in there using his speed, might need to resort to him a little more. Lee in shotgun.
Lee going to the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors! What a ball from Theo Lee. Gets it over the Raptors defender. And Landon Drum, welcome back to Warrior football.
Great throw there by Theo Lee. And great route by Drum. Just able to find their spot. And Lee and Drum just connect. Like Trey said, that's a welcome back for Drum.
Landon Drum, that's his 7th touchdown on the season. And the extra point from Cadwalader is good. Would have made it from 40.
Yeah, finally something for either team, just a touchdown or something finally scored on the board here as the Warriors take the lead 7-3 after the 20-yard completion from Lee to Drum for the touchdown.
Drum been such a dominant force at the start of the season for the Warriors. Then he went out with an injury, and it was kind of, what is the identity of this offense? Because at that point, right before Drum went out, I feel like he kind of was the identity. Him and Theo Lee were connecting so well that it was a big shock. But then the Warriors went to Jaden Tackett. They went to Marcelo Jaramillo. They went to Colin Milkey. Those kinds of players. But now, with Drum back, they can have this super good, well-rounded offense, and that is the goal for them.
Yeah, definitely. You had to resort to other receivers like Milkey, and yet you also just had to use the running game a little more than you might have wanted to with Lee, but running game worked. You did well in that little stretch without Drum, but now you have Drum back. You like Trey said, kind of find your identity in this Warrior offense. Brinkman in the offense will start on the 20-yard line, trying to answer the Warriors' touchdown by one of their own.
Design quarterback run out right.
Nice run there by Brinkman. Picks up a little over 10 yards on that rushing play, and you've seen that all season with him. He's a big runner. The Warriors definitely want to look out for him leaving the pocket a little more.
Ball kept again, and this time Brinkman breaks a tackle. Brinkman down the sideline. Trajan Frazier there, but he can't get him, and Brinkman has the 70-yard rushing touchdown.
I mean, what did I just say? You got to watch for Brinkman leaving the pocket. Instead, it was just a designed run, letting him go 70 yards down the field.
And that is such a well-designed play. It's just an option for Brinkman. It's just an option play. He faked the handoff to running back Sterling DeFore, pulled it, ran off with it. Tommy Hildahl had to make a decision if he was going to go for the quarterback or the running back. Did not make the right decision, and Brinkman was able to take off with it, find a hole. And man, for a quarterback, he can run. He got wheels on him.
Yeah, indeed. That's his 11th rushing touchdown on the season. I want to go back to that first down before the 70-yard run. That was Sorrell on the carry. And it looks like they're going for 2.
And then they will, a flag does come out.
Looks like somebody jumped off sides, I think, from the Warrior side.
Yeah.
Not entirely 100% on that.
Yeah, so now the Raptors will bring their offense back out to go for 2.
Interesting call by this.
No, it is a penalty on the Raptors, so all that talking they just did.
Yeah, I was a little confused because I saw the quarterback clapping, and to me that makes sense if it would be an offsides, but maybe guessed wrong as they send out their extra point unit.
Raptors to give themselves a 3-point lead. The extra point is up and good.
So this game definitely getting 100 times more interesting now. Both teams finally with a touchdown. A little back and forth action now with about a little over 7 minutes in this second quarter, as the Warriors will receive and try to avenge the Raptors' touchdown.
That Cadwallader missed field goal really looming right now, as Jeff Bramberg has texted me. That field goal would have put this game tied, or would have had this game tied. Now the Warriors have 7 minutes and a timeout to try to figure out something to get back on the board. A field goal would tie it up. A touchdown would take back the lead. Jaramillo and Tackett back to return.
Raptors discussing this kickoff like some complicated play, unless they're going to do like a trick onside kick or something. Maybe just discussing exactly where he'll kick it to, so the attackers, as I like to call it, can either attack Marcelo or Tackett. Most likely Tackett.
Jaramillo, what are you doing?
Wow.
I mean, Marcelo Jaramillo,
Go.
he's gone. 30, 20, 10, touchdown Marcelo Jaramillo. And just like that, the sophomore takes back the lead for the Warriors.
The Raptors definitely learned their lesson. Maybe they didn't watch any film on Marcelo's kick returns, but now they've seen it for themselves. What was that? 95-yard kick return touchdown for Marcelo.
Oh my gosh, Marcelo Jaramillo get this man a contract for the NFL, have him returning kicks for the Denver Broncos. Like, holy cow. Jaramillo with his third kickoff return touchdown of the season, and it comes at a big time.
I mean, Marcelo definitely just told Theo, hey, I got this one. No need to go on the offensive side here.
Extra point is good. So Warriors take back the lead with a 4-point lead. Warrior offense doesn't even need to step out onto the field. That's what Jaramillo does best.
And right back to the Warrior defense. Maybe not enough. Does not have enough of a break maybe, but 70-yard touchdown from Brinkman was the last touchdown play we saw. And the Raptors definitely will kick it to tack it from now on.
Yeah, that's what we've been seeing teams doing, either kicking it out the back of the end zone, going towards tack it, even we've seen squib kicks, just little short pooch kicks, but that one was straight to Jaramillo. He fielded it at around the 3-yard line. Yeah. And he didn't even like hesitate or anything. There was nobody near him. I don't know what happened there.
I mean, I say props to the kick return blockers. Just opened up a huge gap, and next thing we see, he's gone.
Raptors gonna have to answer here. They have 7 minutes to go. All 3 timeouts, or excuse me, they have 2 timeouts.
And the Raptors will take the field. Not sure that we've seen a kick return yet from them. They'll start their drive at their own 20-yard line. Last time we saw their offense, Brinkman ran for his 11th rushing touchdown of the season, 70 yards down the field as he's in shotgun formation. Receiver in motion, flag comes out. Ref signals false start, 1st and 15 for the Raptors. That will back the Raptors up to their own 15-yard line. And 1st and long for the Raptors. Give the Warrior defense some extra room to work with, and hopefully maybe seek a sack or 2 tonight. I'm sorry, but I have to use that one week after week. It's my favorite.
Brinkman, a handoff. Good run from, that was Braylon Abram.
Post the Warriors on the stop there. Ball carrier number 31 at Josiah. Gain of about 4.
Excuse me, our Max Prep roster is off. So we actually don't have the right name for number 31. We will try to fix that at halftime. From now on, it will just be number 31.
Unknown soldier.
Brinkman, 2nd down and 11 in the shotgun. And a timeout is going to be used by the Raptors. We're going to play some ads, and we'll be back in just a few moments. All right, we're back. Brinkman again in the shotgun. We're trying to get those ads off the screen. Give us a second. A jet sweep goes out left. Almost stopped in the backfield by Jackson Weller, but didn't quite have the right angle. That's Clayton who brings it up just 4 yards short.
Big third down from the Warriors. Trying to avoid the Raptors getting a first down at all on this drive and try to take over.
Last second substitutions for the Raptors. 10 seconds on the shot clock. The play clock. Why do I like to call it the shot clock?
Well, basketball's starting soon.
And that run up the middle is going to have the first down. Clyde Sorrell with a clutch third down conversion.
Nice run there by Sorrell. Just avoiding the defenders, juking them out, getting around for the first down to keep this Raptors drive going. New, fresh set of downs for the Raptors.
Handoff out left to number 31. He has a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Jake Mostek on the stop of number 31, Josiah
Josiah
Masavi.
Masavi is number 31, according to our PA announcer. Sorry if I butchered the last name.
It's interesting to look at. I'll mention it after this play, but how these two Warrior scores have come. Fake the handoff, looking deep over to Shellhorn's side, and that ball just thrown too deep. Intended receiver is Jake Steiner, but Eaglecrest, they have that face mask on a couple drives ago that extends the drive for the Warriors offense and results in the Landon Drum touchdown. And then right there, just a special teams mistake by not only kicking it to Marcelo Jaramillo, but not being able to stop him. And so it's 14 points that came off of basically just 2 mistakes.
Yeah, 2 costly mistakes for the Raptors offense, or defense, excuse me.
It's going to be close. Screen pass out left, and
I'm thinking he got there.
he did dive right at the end of the play. They're going to call it a first down. Pass was completed to Quincy Clayton. First down and 10. Raptors with 2 third down conversions. That's something the Warriors defense has struggled with a lot these last couple weeks. I know they struggled last week, especially against Cherokee Trail on third down. Run up the middle here. He was stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage, but kept fighting forward and got 4 yards.
Yeah, the Raptors using their rushing game, they're getting not a whole lot of yards on the offense, on the carries, excuse me, but just enough to create that second and medium to try to use some various plays there.
Handoff going out right. Stopped. Great job from the Warrior defense. That's Sam Johnson who zoomed in from the safety position. That was Clayton who got the handoff.
Yeah, a little safety blitz action there. Johnson reading that play perfectly, able to stop the Raptors for a 0-yard gain as the Raptors sidelines getting hyped for a third down.
Yeah, they've been doing this all night. It's interesting to see, but hey, good for them.
Has been working too.
Huge third down here. Quarterback design run. Tommy Hildahl broke it up and slowed down Brinkman. He didn't get the tackle, but he was able to slow down Brinkman just enough for Trajan Frazier and company to get in there to bring up the stop.
Yeah, they used that same play call on that 70-yard touchdown there and tried to do the same thing on that 3rd and 6, but nothing coming through for them. Had 2 third down conversions on that drive. We're looking to get their 3rd.
Back to receive. Marcelo Jaramillo. We'll see what the punter decides to do here. Looks like it's going to be a fake punt. And he's got the first down. Got a hit late on him just after he passed the first down marker, but a huge play from the Raptors that could have a huge shift on this game.
Yeah, that's a huge shift in momentum. Just punter, nice play call by the head coach there. Punter finding the room. Easy to get that first down.
That was Cooper Shaw with the 6-yard run. So Brinkman back out on the field with his offense. Brinkman looking left, going that way. Great defense from Jake Mostek. Tried to get J. Anthony Green on a hitch play, but good defense from Mostek. 2nd down and 10 now.
Raptors on this drive struggling on the early downs, 1st and 2nd, but have been good with their third down conversions, excuse me. And as you just saw, that 4th down.
Handoff going out left is Sorrell. Great tackle from Jake Mostek to only allow a short gain, and it is another 3rd down here. 3rd down and 7. Warriors allowed 2 third down conversions already this drive and a 4th down conversion.
Yeah, the Raptors been strong on their 3rd down conversions.
Brinkman in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Gonna roll out right under pressure from Brody Seek, and Seek brings him down. The captain in Air Force commit sacks Brinkman for a loss of 7. And now the Raptors will have no choice but to punt. A timeout called by the Warriors. They will have 50 seconds, around 50 seconds, to try to mount together a drive to extend their lead going into halftime.
Yeah, Brody Seek, 13th sack on the season. Exactly what you want to see after a struggling Warrior 3rd down defense. But Brody Seek getting in there, 6th in Colorado in sacks. Like Trey said, big time Air Force commit. Air Force. I mean, I bet you guys can't wait for this guy to come. Raptors will punt this away. Warriors calling that timeout to try to. The clock would have kept running if they didn't call that timeout with about 50 seconds left.
That's Brody Seek's 13th sack of this season. That punt away, and they will avoid Jaramillo. Jaramillo does end up picking it up, but immediately tackled. That was a risky play here.
Yeah, we saw that last week too, where he picked one up off the bounce and kind of jumbled off his fingertips there last week. But yeah, another risky pickup there. But Warriors with 46 seconds, I believe that says, on the clock as they try to march down pretty much Marcelo's whole kick return yardage, 95 yards.
Raptors do get the ball to start the second half. Handoff up the middle to Tackett. Tackett's got a nice run to start the drive, just short of the first down.
Warriors not looking to go fast tempo at all. Wondering if they're not going to try to do anything before half. Looks that way.
I think they might have been looking for a good return from Jaramillo, maybe bringing it up to the 40, 50, maybe even into Raptor territory, but they don't get that, so looks like they're just going to take it into halftime. I don't believe they have to call another play. They don't. And so that is going to do it for our first half. The Warriors with a Landon Drum 20-yard touchdown catch, and then a Marcelo Jaramillo kickoff return touchdown. And so they have the 14-10 lead going into halftime. We're going to go down to Caden Lopez right before the half. Caden, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so I spoke to Theo Lee on the sideline a little bit earlier about Marcelo and his 95-yard return. I asked him what about Marcelo changes his offensive mindset, and he said that it's a really big deal having Marcelo to be able to get down the field almost every time when he gets the ball in his hands. He said it changes his whole mindset in terms of instead of driving down the field, it's always get a score. That was a big thing for him. And let me be the first to tell you guys, it is cold down here, really cold.
Yeah, thank you, Caden. Go ahead and come back up to warm up a little bit. But that's going to do it for us. I thought we might have Granted Wave doing a halftime performance, but it looks like we don't. We do have a special in-booth guest that will come in at around in the third quarter. We won't tell you who that is yet, but your score 14-10, and we will see you in 15 minutes.
Captains for your Toms, Kendall Zier, Kyla Silly, and Zoe Mallets.
Lane, get to work up there. How are you? Good, how are you?
Yo, how come the feed didn't start? I'm on the live right now. The furthest I can start. Furthest I can start is at 7:24 first. Yeah, look, see, first thing, like that's the. My intro. I was like, what the heck is wrong with front? I'm just a level up. Like I get hold. I feel like mine would be a little more accurate. Yeah, see if you see.
All right, we got 2 minutes left before the end of halftime. Score is 14-10. Thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. My name is Trey Larson. I'm joined alongside Mason Lanier. Down on the sideline, we have Caden Lopez, and then to my left, Lane Larson is running the camera. We also have a special in-booth guest here in a few minutes. (14-10), the Warriors touchdowns coming off of a Landon Drum deep slant. Great pass from Theo Lee on that play. And then the other touchdown coming off of a 95-yard Marcelo Jaramillo kick return touchdown. That's his 3rd of the season. The Eaglecrest points. First one coming off of a field goal. That drive started at the 35-yard line from a Warrior turnover. Then the touchdown was a 70-yard QB option run where Brinkman took it 70 yards all the way to the house. It was remarkable. It is a cold night, very, very cold. Not a big student section for the Warriors.
I mean, not a big. I'd say maybe just a few. And then mostly parents. Senior night early before the game celebrated. About 25 players, you said?
It was 25 senior players for the football team, but they also celebrated Miss Natalie Promenko, who is the principal at Arapahoe, who is retiring after the season, and also the equipment manager, who is a senior. I'm blanking on her name, but lots of seniors on this Warrior team. It's going to be interesting to see how Tyler Brayton adjusts next season. His 2 main running backs, Trajan Frazier and Jaden Tackett, both seniors, will be gone after this season. Marcelo Jaramillo been playing more of a joker position. Haven't seen him line up many times in the backfield. So we'll see next season how that is going to change. Eaglecrest will receive to start this second half. Kickoff from Cadwalader, who missed the 40-yard field goal earlier in the game.
And Eaglecrest will start with the ball at the 20-yard line. First possession of the half. Eaglecrest struggling on those early downs in that first half on the 1st and 2nd down, but converting a couple times on 3rd down, even a 4th down conversion. But the Warriors executing really just a flag, causing a touchdown by Drum, and then later on a 95-yard kickoff return by Marcelo.
Fake the handoff. Brinkman gonna roll out right. It's caught. Great pass from Brinkman. That ball caught by number 18, Jordan Morelli.
Lucky that he fell down for the Warrior defense. He could have been gone on that one. Wide open.
That is a way to make an entrance for a second half.
Sure is.
Play action pass results in a 25-yard catch and run. Again, caught by Jordan Morelli. Handoff up the middle. That's Sorrell, who is brought down right around the line of scrimmage. Give him 2 on the play. Second down and 8 now.
Number 2, Trajan Frazier. No gain on the play. Brings up second down and 10.
Tommy Hildahl runs in. Babbitt runs off. Hildahl, a senior.
A junior.
Right, he is a junior. It's my fault. Jet sweep going out right. That's Clayton, who has a first down and more. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Ref will mark him actually at the 39. But
Pushed out of bounds by number
now into Warrior territory. Warriors have not done a great job of stopping those outside runs tonight.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Trey, the Warriors defense has let up a 70-yard touchdown on those outside runs and some other chunks of yardage, just not well defending the outside run.
Steps up in the pocket, but Brinkman tackled by Brody Seek. He got it past the line of scrimmage, so it'll go as a 2-yard gain.
Really only heard Brody Seek's name once tonight on that sack, but the Raptor offensive line, other than that, have held him pretty well.
Warriors as well haven't ran as many blitzes tonight as we've seen in previous games. Fletcher Farley is playing on the D-line tonight. He'll bounce up to the linebacker position. They'll go a 3-linebacker set and immediately stopped by Brody Seek. Mason, you want to mention that again?
Hey, I'm all for it. If that's all I have to say every time for Brody Seek to get in there, I'll say that every time.
Oh yeah, let's do that more. Huge stop from Brody Seek. Loss of 1 on the play, 3rd down and 8 now. A big 3rd down, a lot to go to get this, but Eaglecrest hasn't looked bothered tonight on 3rd down. Brody Seek comes in off the blitz, but he's picked up. Under pressure, unable to be brought down and rolling out right. That pass incomplete, good defense from Carson Shellhorn. And once again, the sophomore making his name heard. Ball was intended for Anthony Green. Looks like the Raptors might keep their offense on the field.
Yeah, Brinkman on that last play, just taking too much time in the pocket, letting the pocket kind of collapse on him and forced to roll out and make a pressured throw that Shellhorn was all over. An interesting call, like Trey said, offense staying out on a 4th and 8.
Trips left. 2 backs on either side of Brinkman. Brinkman gonna look left immediately, under pressure, goes for the screen pass, and it's stopped! Connor Gilchrist hunts out that play, and the Warriors with a huge 4th down stop. It'll give this offense the ball at the 41-yard line, 59 yards to go, till they can extend their lead.
Yeah, Brinkman going through his reads, couldn't find anybody open, forced to take the check down in a 4th and 8. Check down going nowhere as Lee will take over on the offense.
Lee rolls out right immediately, looking deep. He's got drum double coverage. That ball picked off.
That was close on the
Ref calls it
there.
incomplete. It was close. Risky ball from Theo Lee, threw it to double coverage.
Yeah, definitely was caught just out of bounds. Yeah, like Trey said, risky throw by Lee into double coverage. He had a couple guys going in the middle there.
That was Clyde Sorrell who came up with the interception. He jumped up, got it, but could not get his feet in. Jaramillo out left, Drum wide right. Handoff to Tackett. He'll take it up the middle. He's got a nice hole. He's got a first down. Still on his feet, makes a nice move. Brings it past the 50-yard line. And a fantastic run from the senior.
Yeah, Tackett going on the outside, finding room. Props to the blockers in front of him. Able to push their way, push the Raptors out of the way. Helping Tackett to a first down. The Warriors try to start this half on a positive note.
First down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Lee goes back to Tackett. Tackett, oh, right this time, and looks like he was tackled by his hoodie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, horse collar or whatever that would be.
The white hat does not throw his flag. Tackett wanted it.
Lee's putting his hands up like.
Yeah, that I disagree with that complete with that no call.
Yeah, agree with you, Trey.
I mean, you could tell the way he was spun down. Drum and Hadamio gonna run out left. Frazier in at running back. He's to the right of Lee. He'll motion out left. And then they'll go over to him on the screen pass, but a flag is called and whistles come out before the play. It's gonna be a false start on the Warriors. So the no call loses the Warriors 4 yards, and then that penalty loses the Warriors another 5, so second down and 19 now.
On a positive note, the Warriors have not seen as many offensive penalties as we're used to tonight. Not a lot of drive killers, but we're forced with a 2nd and 20 here.
Theo Lee drops back, looking left. Going to Drum. Drum on the comebacks, got it. Great job from Landon Drum to get as many yards as he could. Brings up a third down and about 6 yards. Already a 5-minute drive here for the Warriors.
Third and medium after Drum.
Milky in at wide receiver, he's in the slot, but they'll go to Frazier. Frazier up the middle, he's got a first down. Frazier still fighting.
Ball
Brought down at the 29-yard line.
Looks like the ball maybe came loose at the end.
I wonder how hard it is to hold the ball with that brace on his elbow.
Yeah, sometimes when I watch NFL games, you're like, I bet I could have held on to that ball. But when you got guys coming on, even with the brace too, it's got to be hard, a lot harder than you think to hold on to that ball.
Warriors in a great position to score here. Ball at the 29-yard line. Drum out left, Marcelo Hadamio out right. Hadamio and Drum, the 2 touchdown scores tonight for the Warriors. They'll go to Tackett, though. Tackett bouncing it out right and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Great tackle. Great tackle by Cameron Bell.
Yeah, Cameron Bell able to get in there. He's listed both as a defensive back and wide receiver.
They fake the end around the reverse to Hadamio, and it goes to Tackett. A flag does come out.
Late flag.
Tackett gains maybe 2 on the play. Late flag could be a unsportsmanlike conduct, because it did, as far as I could tell, it came after the play.
Yeah, that's one of the few penalties that would make sense here.
Yeah, it's a personal foul called on Garcia. So the Warriors will go half the distance to the goal, now into the red zone. A very long drive, 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, they've just been juicing that clock for 5 minutes, doing their thing.
Raptors did start the second half with the ball, but came up short on a 4th down attempt. Lee going to the end zone, looking for Drum. Drum's got it, but did he get his foot in? No, he didn't. It was close.
Definitely held on to the ball, not able to get one foot in.
Fieldie's pass in the corner of the end zone.
That was a close one. Warrior fans asking for a replay, but we don't have the capabilities to do that.
I sure definitely would want to see one, though.
It was close. I can see our great Arapahoe Sports Network creator in the 303 Collect, shot by Jello down on the sideline. He was in prime position. He's showing his friend that play to see if Drum got his foot in. Lee hands it off to Tackett. Tackett with a burst of energy. Close to the first down marker. It looks like he'll be just short, but with patience, he gets 9 yards there.
A good run by Tackett, powerful run by Tackett up the middle. And 3rd and 2 for the Warriors. Still can get that first down to make it 1st and goal at the 5 if they convert here.
Brody Seek in at running back, a 3-back set. They'll give it to Tackett. Tackett bulldozing. He's got the first down. 2 yards short of the end zone.
Back and some tough running down to about the 2-yard line. First down, Warriors.
First down and 3 for the Warriors. This score would put them ahead by at least 10, hopefully 11. Knock on wood. Back to that 3-back set. This time they'll fake it and go to Gilchrist. That ball incomplete. The line judge called the touchdown, but now going to call it incomplete. It looked incomplete from up here. That Gilchrist did catch it, but the ball hit the ground.
Yeah, I agree with the incomplete. The refs just can't have that where one calls a touchdown and the other calls incomplete. Got to go defer to the closest
I like
official.
that play call, though. Gilchrist was open. They did that last week, and it resulted in a Connor Gilchrist touchdown. Milky was also wide open on the right side of the field. I thought that's who they were going to go to. But now, 2nd down and goal. Hand off to Tackett. Tackett, it's close. Looks like waiting for the call from the ref. Believe it's going to be just short.
Had 3 of those where you're not sure if it's a touchdown yet. And now Warriors facing the 3rd and goal situation.
A timeout called by the Raptors, I believe. Yep. All right, and now we're going to get our booth guest onto the mic. It is Eric Eikenberry. He is the CHSAA 5A Girls Swimming Coach of the Year for 2025. He coaches the boys and girls swim team here at Arapahoe. Eric, it's been a hard-fought game. How have you felt so far about it?
Well, first of all, Trey and Mason, thanks for having me up here tonight, guys. Big fan of the Arapahoe Sports Network and what you guys do. But, yeah, man, it's been a great game. You know, Eaglecrest came out, got the early lead, but we held them to the field goal after that early turnover, and kind of exciting. Then the Warriors got on the board. Just been a great game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Warriors in a prime position here to score on the 1-yard line. Trying to promote these boys and girls swim team. They are very talented swimmers here at Arapahoe. 3-back set. Handoff to Brody Seek. And Seek takes it into the end zone. Not only getting it done on defense with a sack, but now he's got a touchdown.
I mean, what can't Seek do? Get sacks and now score touchdowns. Warriors up by 10.
Versatile guy, man. Offense and defense. He doesn't play a whole lot of offense, does he?
No, he really is. I think he's only in that 3-back set. Actually, I know that. But they really don't run that 3-back set a lot. The extra point here, it is good. So Warriors push their lead to 11. Eric, a couple questions for you here just about the swim team. So how long have you been coaching at Arapahoe?
I've just been at Arapahoe a little over a year. Last year was my first season with the Warriors, and I coached a lot of time. I spent 9 years early in my career coaching at the collegiate level, and then spent a lot of time coaching at the club level in Colorado. So this was actually my first ever high school coaching gig, and it was an absolutely unbelievable first year for both the boys and girls, competitively and also in the classroom. Both our boys and girls did fantastic. Our boys team, we were kind of bragging on them. They were the only spring sport that had no boy go ineligible on their team all year. So we stress academics, and it shows up. And you know, the swimming part is important, but we know we're students first, and that's the most important thing. And with my own son on the freshman football team, I get to hear Coach Brayton a little bit. I know he preaches the same thing to these guys here, that
that's what I was just about to say.
It's got to be academics first.
Yeah, and Warriors, we mentioned this earlier in the broadcast, have produced a few Ivy League athletes as well as Stanford, Butler now for Sam Johnson. Just an incredible program for both the boys football team and boys and girls swim team.
Yeah, last year we had one girl that signed a Division I scholarship offer from Cal Poly. Annika Jaworski was one of our seniors last year, so we produced some Division I level athletes down there. I think currently we have a couple of kids being recruited at that Division I level, and you know, it's all the sports here at Arapahoe: football, swimming, and on.
Yeah, Warriors, we pride ourselves on our athletics here. That run goes for 4 yards, but Eric, what strengths have you found at Arapahoe that the swim team kind of leans into?
I think you already nailed it, man. The pride factor. You're coming into Arapahoe straight away, even all the way back to my interview with LC in the athletic department. There's a lot of pride in the program, and not just pride within the building and the school, but the association with the Arapahoe Nation creates a certain level of pride that other schools don't get to experience.
Yeah, and if you're a girl or a boy, how do you get involved with the team? When are the seasons, stuff like that?
Yeah, great question. Get that guy on the ground. There you go. Our girls' season is a winter sport. The boys' team is a spring sport. So our girls' official first day is just in a couple of weeks, November 17th. And the boys then will start in early February is when their season starts. Both our girls' and boys' team were no-cut sports. So we have a varsity squad, which there are some qualifications to make, but we also have a JV squad that literally, if you've never swum a day in your life, you could come be a part of our program, and we would welcome you with open arms. We're really trying to grow the program right now.
Yeah, I know students who possibly could have swam. As we get a big play here, Brody Seek able to chase down, that was Quincy Clayton, but in just talking to students about the program, you know, I know one student, may or may not be your daughter, that could have probably swam at the varsity level, but instead chose JV and had a blast with it.
I'll tell you what, Trey, I really feel like we have a great culture down in the pool, and it doesn't matter if you're on the diving boards or on the JV squad or the varsity squad. We really try to create a unity. We have this thing we call AWSDT, and that stands for Arapahoe Warrior. Oh man, that was a close one. But AWSDT stands for Arapahoe Warrior Swimming and Diving Team, and it's really a term we use to talk about the girls' team, the boys' team, the swimmers, the divers, the managers, the whole program. And it's something that I feel a lot of value in. Being both the girls and boys head coach, we're able to create that environment, and I really think it's something special. But back to your earlier question about how they get involved with the sport, I'm a pretty easy guy to find. I think most people know where the pool are, but if you reach out to any existing swimmers or coaches, or come down to the pool, we'll get you set up where you need to be. We're actually starting a 2-week swim clinic on Monday. That will be a great opportunity. Anybody interested to come kind of check us out. So boys and girls on Monday would be available for that 2-week clinic.
Yeah, if you're hearing this and you've even thought about ever wanting to swim in your life, it's a great opportunity. That flag there backs the Raptors up 5 yards. They are mounting a little bit of a drive. That an earlier play, Trajan Frazier almost had the interception, but just went out of his hands. But what's the outlook for this team this year? You think they're going to be pretty good?
Yeah, I think they're going to be pretty good, but that's what the coach's job is. I think we got one there. Our girls team, actually, the year before I took over, they were 8th place in the state, and then last year we finished 4th place in the state, which is a significant jump in swimming from one year. And really, we were just 3 points out of 3rd place last year on the girls' side, and the girls are really set up. We have a super strong class of juniors right now. That all 3 of them scored. There are 3 of these juniors. All 3 of them scored in 2 events at the state meet last year, and to have those girls coming back is absolutely fantastic. The boys' side, last year the team was a little smaller, only about 32 boys last year. I think we had 82 girls that were out for the team, but the boys' team made huge strides. The year before I got there, they only scored 4 points at the state meet by scoring 19th place in the 200 free relay. This past year, we placed 19th place. We had 2 relays swimming in the finals. We had J.J. Baber finishing top 10 in the state in the 50 free. And the boys are really, really set up for some incredible growth, where it kind of feels like the girls are already there. There's another one. The boys are on their way, but man, I'll tell you, our pool at Arapahoe is a real strength for us. We have 10 lanes, yards, and that is more than any other high school in the state has in their school. 10 lanes of pool space, so we're able to accommodate a big team, and that's kind of why I was trying to plug you to get in here tonight. We want to grow the team. We'd love to have 90 girls out for the team. We'd love to see 40 or 45 boys out for the team. But it can be a little tough in the spring for the boys, where they got baseball, they got track and field, they got lacrosse. So we have a lot of competition to get boys out for the team, but we're really proud of what we're doing down there and really trying to get some momentum going down in that swimming pool.
That penalty there was waived. Had that penalty earlier on Carson Shellhorn called on pass interference. But the Warriors, didn't we host some sort of tournament last year at that pool?
Yeah, every year the girls host the Centennial A-League Championships. So all the Centennial League schools come in. The boys host that meet every other year. They trade back and forth with Creek. And we also have the Arapahoe Invitational on both the girls' side and the boys' side every year. So we get a lot of activity down there. And frankly, when you're a school like Arapahoe and you have great resources, it's kind of your responsibility. And when you have the biggest pool in the conference, you're expected to host meets like that and create a great environment for everybody in the league.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love to have you guys come broadcast a swim meet someday. Trey.
That is the goal. That is the end goal here. We are trying to figure out. We're trying to brainstorm some ideas for how we could broadcast that. If you have any yourself and you're listening to this right now, go ahead and drop it into the comment section here on our YouTube.
Despite growing the team, what would you say is like your main goal for the season for both boys and girls?
Boy, that's a really good question, Mason. I hadn't really boiled it down quite yet. And when it comes to team goals, it's really important for us. We have a goal session for both our girls team and our boys team where we set our season goals that the team wants to accomplish, right? I think as a coach, going into any season, number one, you want to be competitive, and part of that is staying healthy all year long, and that is certainly objective. And another big objective for us, I kind of referenced it earlier, is the academics. Like, we really want students that obviously first and foremost are eligible, but also excelling in the classroom and parts at National Honor Society and different things like that. But goal for the season, and even though we haven't talked to the captains yet, boy, I'd love to see the girls sneak into the top 3 in the state, and I'd love to see the boys sneak into the top 10 in the state, and just have a good, fun time while they're doing it.
Yeah, I got to ask, who are the top teams in the state? Do you really confidently think these girls could finish at third?
Third, yes. The top 2 in the state on both the boys and girls side are both very solid. Like all sports, Creek is extraordinary, and their girls and boys team, like, they really have a great culture and big squads. They have almost 100 boys on their team, but their pipeline's bigger, right? They have over 4,000 students, twice the number we have. But Creek is always up there, and then second is Regis Jesuit. And Regis, actually, their coach is an Arapahoe alumni, a good friend of mine, Nick Fraser-Smith. And Regis also just really has something special going on out there off Arapahoe Road. But Creek and Regis are really the top 2, and would love to be able to compete with them through the years.
Yeah, it's always Creek. It's always Creek.
It's always Creek.
Huge stop there from the Warriors, brings up a 4th down, and the Raptors will bring out their punt team. Brody Seek zoomed in there and hit Brinkman behind the line of scrimmage, but didn't quite bring him down, but slowed him just enough so Tommy Hildahl and the rest of the Warriors could get there to stop Brinkman at the line of scrimmage.
Great way to start the 4th quarter.
Warriors currently do not have a returner, so I think they're playing for the fake here.
Or hoping for the touchback.
Punt hits.
It's a good bounce.
Yeah, that is a really good punt. It hit right at the 11, 12-yard line, and Raptors are able to down it at the 6.
You know what, though, Trey, back to your question here real quickly, and kind of Creek, I don't know, I imagine you heard over the summer they were named the #1 high school in America for athletics. And in the swimming pool, we see that as a challenge, and we're not going to back away from Creek, and we're not going to back away from Regis, and we're going to do all we can to give them a run. But to have a school of that caliber in your league, it raises the level of the entire league, and we talk about that on our team and being as competitive as we can.
Yeah, and for swimming, I feel like it is a lot about, obviously, your talent in the water, but it's also a mental game, as all sports are. That pass there incomplete. So if you go into those matchups versus Creek and Regis and you just accept defeat, it's just not the mentality. And I can tell it's not the mentality you guys are building in this program.
You're absolutely right. And it's kind of interesting. It's an interesting scenario. Our girls start the season every year against Creek. And it's just kind of the way it's always worked out through the years. And you kind of go in there, the first one, you're kind of like, well, we kind of know we're going to get our butt kicked on the first meet of the year. And then we kind of set our target for the year. And let's, do all we can to narrow that gap.
Frazier going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. But, so, obviously it's a team sport, but who are the individual swimmers that you are really looking at and we should be watching out for this season?
Yeah, there are definitely some winners. And, first of all, it always starts with our captains. And the 3 girls captains this year, Ellery Sparks, Naomi Manchurian, and McKinley Kane. And on the boys' side, Tyler Olgren, Mike Stickley, and Cam Sawin are our 3 boys. And all 6 of those for the girls and boys will be strong competitors all year long. Let's see what we got here.
Bad spot for Theo Lee to take a sack. Believe he got outside of the end zone.
He'll be at the inch line there for Eaglecrest.
Yeah, 4th down. So Warriors going to have to send Nick Pangborn out to try to, I don't know what you do here to not take a.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough punt. Pangborn will be pretty much on the end of the end zone there. Not a whole lot of room. Might have to roll out a little bit.
2 returners back for the Raptors. Jack Steiner, and he will call a fair catch. So Raptors with great starting field position. Ball at the 30-yard line. Still 9 minutes to go left in this game, and Eaglecrest going to need 2 scores to take the lead back.
Trey, I'm going to come back to you just in addition to those captains. I was mentioning earlier our strong junior class on the girls' side, and they're really led by Kenzie Luft and Shayna Adler and Emmy Andrews as a crew of girls that are unbelievable. On the boys' side, we got J.J. Baber in addition to our captains, and Emmerich Brown is going to be one that I think is really going to tear it up this season.
Emmerich Brown in a few of my classes. I know he's talked a lot to me this year about swimming. I think he is in the same boat as you. He is really excited for this opportunity. His junior year, one of the biggest years for your high school career.
Yeah, and he's got a kid brother, too, that's a freshman that's going to be extraordinary. And his kid brother's coming in as a freshman with state cuts already. And that's really encouraging for the next few years. It's hard to beat the Browns. Not in football, but it's hard to beat the Browns in the swimming pool.
Down on the sideline, we do see Theo Lee getting his ankle wrapped with the trainer. That pass just way too far, not even close to being catchable. Brody Seek with the pressure. Oh, got to play the third down music, sorry. Theo Lee, I'm sure that is not comfortable to have his foot out in this weather. It is currently 38 degrees.
Feels colder than that, Trey.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. It feels colder than that to me.
I feel like we're even in the booth, but I feel like it's 20 degrees. Like I'm literally freezing.
Yeah, they've had the air conditioning running half the game too. Doesn't help.
We've been lucky this fall, though. We haven't had any snow yet, so you can't complain too much.
3rd down and 10. It's the latest we haven't gotten snow in years.
Flag comes flying. Stiff arm used well.
Yeah, 2 Warrior defenders there. Milkey and Nicholson were unable to bring down Sorrell. We'll see what this flag is.
White hat will announce the penalty. Gonna ask what Brayton wants to do.
Been a lot of penalty flags this ball game, and I feel like, I hate to say it, but we can say it because we're biased, but I feel like the flags have been more in favor of the Raptors tonight.
Yeah, I think we've only had 3 or 4 penalties, if I'm not mistaken, but looks like the Raptors are backing up a little.
It's a legal formation. That penalty will be declined.
Bring up 4th down there.
4th down and 8, 28 yards to go. Going to keep their offense on the field. Trips left for the Raptors.
I don't know if I'd do this with Brady Seek on the other side of that ball.
Seek does not blitz. He'll drop back wide open
Wow.
into the end zone. Wow. Blown coverage.
Yeah.
I mean, what was that? Quincy Clayton just got absolutely wide open in the end zone on 4th down and 8.
Yeah, the only explanation I would have for that is just maybe the defensive play there was not on the same page with the players and let Quincy in for the 6.
Raptors going to keep their offense. They're going to go for 2. If they convert here, it would push them within 3. It's pretty much a no-brainer to go for 2 here. And it's going to be short. Fantastic job from Connor Gilchrist. Once again, Gilchrist has made play after play tonight. Him and Brody Seek. They have been a force to be reckoned with. And so now the Raptors will need a touchdown to take back the lead. Warriors in a really good position here. And, well, that's going to do it for Eric Eikenberry. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Hey, thanks, guys. Like I mentioned, I'm a big fan of what you guys do here for Arapahoe and for Arapahoe football. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Keep up the great work, guys.
Kind words. You're too nice. But any boys or girls out there, if you're going to Arapahoe next year, if you are at Arapahoe currently and you've ever thought about, maybe do I want to swim, join the team.
Yeah.
Can't hurt. It's a no-cut sport.
Come on out. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, calling all water demons. Come on.
Hey, come on. All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate the time up here. Have yourselves a happy Halloween. And as always, go Warriors, taking care of one another.
Yes, sir. Eric Eikenberry, everybody. We'll go back to Caden Lopez. Will have his mic back. He'll head back down to the sideline. He's going to try to get some insight into what happened with Theo Lee. Of course, we'll see somewhat of some insight right here with how he comes out. Jaden Tackett.
Oh.
Tackett doesn't quite have the wheels that Jaramillo has. Still able to bring it up to the 30-yard line. Lee is on the field. Looks like he has a slight limp maybe. It was his left ankle being wrapped. We are getting word, I know it was a while ago, but we are getting word that Drum's foot was down or was inbounds on that touchdown. I'll let you all be the judge of that. Theo Lee drops back to pass, has Nicholson, but Nicholson is hit while he's trying to catch it.
Yeah, only if we had the instant replay that college football and NFL has in high school. Wonder how long before that comes into play.
We're working on that. We are. We're working on that for basketball season.
For like official reviews or
No,
like in general
no.
the broad
Just in general for the broadcast. We had it last year on the broadcast, but that was when Max Shaver was at Arapahoe, and
R.I.P. Max Shaver.
yeah,
He's
he goes to
still alive.
CU now. Thanks for confirming. I believe that's Milky who went on the jet sweep, but just a short gain of 2, and Warriors with a rough start to this drive. 3rd down and 7. I fell. I just fell and scared everybody. Happy Halloween. Spooky. Boo. Lee.
Oh,
That's going to be pass interference. Good call, ref. Good
and,
call.
Yeah, number 12's not having it at all for the Raptors. 3 flags go flying.
That's going to be a pass interference on Bellaruno of the Raptors.
Yeah, Bellaruno's flustered. He's just confused how that was pass interference, maybe thinking it was a flop.
It was kind of looked, I mean, maybe it was a flop, but it looked pretty obvious from our sights up here.
That was a good flop, though.
Yeah.
Easy 15 yards.
Ball was intended for Landon Drum. The pass interference results in a 1st down. It also brings the Warriors right up to that 50-yard line, just short of it, 49-yard line. Could be a good momentum shifter for the Warriors to get back control of this game. Their offense has been slow since start of this second half.
Jeez, another flag. False start, I imagine. Tackett shoved to the ground. That, I don't know if that flag right there was for Tackett. I assume not.
It's going to be a false start on the Warriors. We'll back them up 5 yards. Warriors at a position where do you just run it to try to take time off the clock? But the run game hasn't been very consistent tonight. So it's been getting them into situations like a couple plays ago where they had to throw it on third down. Frazier motions out left. They'll go to him on a screen play. Good blocking from Hadamio, and Frazier breaks a tackle and brings it within 4 yards of the first down marker.
It's a good run there to regain those false start yardage back and pick up a good
Frazier.
gain. Sorry, Trey.
No, you're all good. That's my fault, Mason. But Frazier battling an injury this season. He's came back last week and for the most part only played at the safety position on defense. Played a couple snaps on offense, but this game he's played a little bit more of a role offensively. He's had a few big runs. Another flag comes out. Another false start.
Wow. Well, this will bring it back to second and 8.
Ooh.
Ooh, offsetting. Hopefully.
So the penalties will offset. They will replay the down. I'm not sure. I didn't hear. What was the call on the Raptors defense? Nope. Nobody?
To be honest, I didn't see it. I'm just hearing the fans upset.
Yeah, Warrior fans loud out here tonight. It's mostly just parents. Trajan Frazier breaks free. What a run from Frazier.
Yeah, that's a good run by Frazier. Had the space from the blockers, just couldn't get past that last defender, or else he would have been gone. But the Warriors now close to the red zone.
Not to bring down the mood, but Brody Seek also at the trainer's table. Not sure quite what it is, but
looking down at that foot.
I think with this game, there's probably a lot of cold muscles, so it hurts when you get hit. Frazier breaks another run free. He's got a first down, 11-yard run. He's inbound, so the clock will continue to run. Raptors with 2 timeouts.
Trey, do you know with the playoffs looming, do the Warriors get a bye this coming weekend, and then they'll play following? Is that how it goes?
I
right?
was thinking about that on the way in. I'm pretty sure there is a week break for all teams between the playoffs. And then I think byes are for the top 8 teams.
Yeah, byes are for the top 8, and then 9 through 16 get a home game.
Right. Frazier, again, this time not as much, but he still is able to fall forward for 4 yards.
Frazier around the edge, nice pickup, brings up second down.
Yeah, I know Coach Brayton talks about how the Warriors just focus on one game at a time. But, of course, it looms in all these players' minds. This game is a big one for seeding for both teams. They'll go to Frazier again out left. He's brought down immediately.
Frazier on the carry. Not much of a gain there. Brings up 3rd down.
Warriors, pending the results of this game and other games around Colorado, will very likely have a home game. Warriors are right now listed as the number 12 team in Colorado, and the Raptors just behind us at 13. Ball on the 10-yard line, a 3rd down and long here. Timeout called by the Warriors.
Timeout Warriors. Rolling Smoke Barbecue is a proud sponsor of Arapahoe Football. Pre-game meals are catering your event. Rolling Smoke has been serving up slow smoked brisket, cold ribs, and bowls since 2014. Located right across the street from Arapahoe in University Town Center. Stop by before or after the game for authentic barbecue flavor. Rolling Smoke Barbecue, locally owned and proud to support our Warriors.
Okay, so we do now have a little bit more information about what the playoffs entail. So there actually is no bye week. There is no 2-week break in between the regular season and the playoffs. So this game does matter a lot. We got 4 wide receivers outright. They'll go to Tackett. A flag does come out. They originally lined up in a 3-back set, motioned all those running backs out with Connor Gilchrist. And it probably is going to be an illegal formation or illegal motion. But yeah, so Warriors would likely play a home game on November 7th of next week. If, of course, they win this game. White Hat comes over to talk to Brayton.
Brayton may be asking about the legal formation.
Oh.
Encroachment on the offense?
I don't. Okay, that's interesting. Well,
Kind of I've never heard encroachment on the offense,
Yeah.
but
gonna have to Google that one after the game. It will back up the Warriors, though, 5 yards. They got a 3rd down and 13 here. Cadwallader warming up his legs. Could possibly see another field goal out of him. His first tonight was no good, but in warm-ups before the second half, he was making 45-yard field goals. Lee looking right. Going to the end zone, Landon Drum. He's got him! Landon Drum with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And it puts the Warriors back up by 2 scores.
huge throw, huge catch by Landon Drum. That's his 2nd of the night, like Trace said, making the Warriors lead 2 scores.
8 touchdowns on the season for Landon Drum, and he was injured for multiple games. What a season, what an impact this man has had on Arapahoe football. This is his first year with Arapahoe football, and already has he solidified himself as one of the greats, man. Landon Drum is an absolute dog. 28-16, the Raptors stunned. 3rd down and 13, and Theo Lee goes to the end zone. Landon Drum runs a beautiful route, and it's as easy as that.
Yeah, Eaglecrest now will turn on desperation mode with only 4 minutes left in this game. They do have 2 timeouts, but still you got to kind of go quick here, score, and then defend the Warriors, and then try to score again.
3 returners back to receive for the Raptors. Brody Seek walking around. He did play an offensive snap there, so we presume he is okay. Probably just cramping or something like that. The Raptors run a little trickery, and it worked. Down the sideline, Jackson Cadwallader is going to have to make a tackle, and he pulls it off. The kicker saves the kick return touchdown. That could have been real bad, real quick if Jackson Cadwallader was not there.
Yeah, luckily Jackson, right place, right time, gets him down, saving a kickoff return touchdown there. Now the Warrior defense will be put to work.
First down and 10. Raptors starting with fantastic field position. Going to the middle of the field. Great defense from Sam Johnson. Trajan Frazier was close to being able to pick that, but just out of his reach.
Defending on the play, number 1, Sam Johnson brings up second down.
Second down and 10 now. These are huge plays for the Raptors. 4 minutes to score 2 touchdowns. Brody Seek coming off the edge, under pressure. That ball way too far. Overthrown. Brinkman facing a lot of pressure.
Third down for the Warrior defense.
Yeah, Brinkman facing a lot of pressure, exactly like Trey said. Just putting way too much mustard on that ball for the receiver. Big third down for both the Raptors and the Warriors. Raptors looking to get on the board and try to make this game close.
Huge third down here. Raptors with 3 wide receivers out left, 1 out right. Another blitz from Seek. It's going to be a designed QB run. And it's close. I think he might have got the first down.
Yeah, I believe he got there.
Brinkman was being dragged from behind by Brody Seek, but Seek just had a hand barely on the back of his jersey. First down from the 25-yard line. Clock is ticking. Going to the end zone. It's caught again. Quincy Clayton with another touchdown for the Raptors. And boy, do we have a game on our hands. On Halloween, that was a great route from Clayton. He had the earlier touchdown when he was wide open in the end zone.
Yeah, this game getting a little scary for Arapahoe maybe.
Raptors gonna go for 2 in an interesting formation. J. Anthony Green at the quarterback spot. Now they'll motion into the kick team. The extra point is up and good. Extra point coming from Trey Patton.
Arapahoe 28, Eaglecrest 23, 3 minutes, 32 seconds remaining. Arapahoe will get the ball, assuming the kickoff is clean. But boy, do we have a game here. Raptors defense will try to come on and stop everything, assuming the kickoff is clean. Hopefully, right now it's only Marcelo out to return. Hopefully, we get a fun return on our hand. Oh, quick onside kick there. Arapahoe, good job falling on it. Tried to do the little Pat McAfee where he just kind of kicks it to himself. That did not work out. Warriors will start on the Raptors side of the 49-yard line. Gilchrist recovering the onside kick there. A little trick onside kick. But Warriors look to put a score on the board to try to seal this game even more.
Theo Lee hands off to Tackett, who's immediately brought down by Jones behind the line of scrimmage.
Jaden Tackett taken down in the backfield by number 1, Javon Jones. And number 21, Denzel Copley.
Tackett, as soon as he got the ball, next thing he knew, he saw himself on the ground. Bring up a 2nd and 15 here. Raptors trying to get the ball back as we get under the 3-minute mark in this game.
Frazier does limp off the field there, but see what's going on with him. Clock still ticking away. Sweep over to Jaramillo. Jaramillo is still on his feet somehow.
Gets back to the original line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, that's a prayer and a half there. I don't know how he figured that out, how he managed to do that, but using his short 5'5" body to just slide past everybody else.
Looks like timeout. Raptors. Yep, timeout Raptors. They only have one remaining now. 2:23 left. 3rd and 10. Arapahoe. Theo obviously in a passing situation on this 3rd and 10, hoping to find maybe Landon Drummond, that little slant we saw kind of coming over the middle of the field. Interesting to see how the Warriors will approach this.
Third down. 2 running backs to either side. They give it to Frazier. Frazier bulldozing.
That'll be close.
It is real close.
Looks like it'll be 4th and 2. It's another timeout, I believe.
Yeah, the last timeout for the Raptors is called.
Eaglecrest uses their last timeout. Brings up 4th and about 2 for the Warriors.
All right, huge play here. Warriors gonna keep their offense on the field. Theo Lee gonna line up under center, 3 backs behind him, and they do snap it, handoff to Seek. Brody Seek pushing. It is real close. We'll wait for the spot from the ref, but it looks like it might be just short.
Both the refs looked like they ran in a little ahead of that first down marker. Obviously, Arapahoe sideline will point first down, but be interesting to see. Do they do chain measurements in high school?
Ref's they will do a chain measurement. Where that ball is spotted, it for sure looks short.
No, kind of seems like we're not we're unsure what to do here.
I thought they would do a chain measurement. They don't.
Telling the players to back up, give them room.
Yep, and now they bring in the chains.
Big moment here. Deciding if Eaglecrest has a chance to take the lead or if Arapahoe can continue their drive.
Oh man, it's close. Zoom in there. Oh, it's short. It is short, so a turnover on downs. And now the Raptors get the ball.
Yeah, Jesse Craig on the sideline does not like that spot of the ball. I personally thought it was a little bit ahead of where they spotted it, but Raptors with a chance to take the lead in this game with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left.
That is a huge shift of momentum there. Raptors now with a real opportunity to gain back the lead. 2 minutes and 20 seconds, no timeouts. Warriors still with 2 timeouts. Brinkman gonna roll out, or gonna have a design run right. He stays in bounds, it looks like. Yeah, he does. Clock will continue to run.
Eaglecrest out of timeouts.
A touchdown would give the lead back to the Raptors.
Field goal not enough either.
Second down and 10. Raptors motioning. They've already used 15 seconds here without even snapping it. Under 2 minutes. Brinkman in the middle of the field. He was wide open. Overthrown. Pass intended for Green. And man, that is going to be a defining play for this final drive. It does stop the clock, but it also brings up a big third down. This is huge. It is obviously 4 down territory, but
I mean, man, who doesn't enjoy high school football?
This is as close as it gets, pretty much. As close as we've had this season, for sure. Brinkman under pressure, he throws it away. Was he out of the pocket? Ref says he was.
Sideline saying no, but ref will call incomplete. 4th and 10.
It is now 4th down. This is the game right here. This play. I mean, oh!
Who doesn't love high school football?
This is
Come on.
awesome. That Cadwalader missed field goal has made a huge impact on this game. But now it comes down to one play. William Brinkman lined up in shotgun. He looks left. Gonna step up in the pocket under pressure. Picked off. Jake Mostek.
Incomplete, but
drops
still.
it, but that is game over. Warriors get the ball back with 1 minute and 28 seconds on the clock, and a defensive stand like no other that we have seen this season just came from that drive. What a job from the Warriors, and Jake Mostek comes up huge on his final regular season home game of his high school career.
Yeah, the Warriors will finally get into the win streak for real this time. 2 wins in a row, 6-4 record. Playoffs coming up. I mean, good game here. Eaglecrest 6-3 will drop down to the same record as us.
Wow, Theo Lee. Yeah, Theo Lee deserves a lot of credit. He balled out this game. And now he gets to do the best play in football, the kneel.
Yeah, even having Drum back also helped this offense a lot. Drum having 2 touchdowns tonight.
What a job from the Warriors. I mean, that is such a hard situation to be in. Your offense turns the ball over. The Raptors have pretty much all the momentum, and you come out onto the field, and was it a 3-and-out? It wasn't. Was it?
I think there was 1 first down, I
Yeah,
believe.
there was the 1 first down, but then after that first down, 4 straight plays of 0 yards. And Theo Lee will take one last knee and close it out. What a way to honor these seniors with a ridiculously hard-fought victory.
Yeah, and that will definitely help the Warriors get a home playoff game to start the playoffs. And for the Raptors, I'm not sure that they'll get a home playoff game with that ranking. Unless it drops down to below 16. They're looking at an away game here.
And that's it. 000 on the clock, and the Warriors take the 28-23 victory over the Eaglecrest Raptors. It's the final regular season game of the 2025 season, and the Warriors balled out.
Yeah, not a better way to end senior night and Halloween here. Warriors scaring the crap out of the Raptors and taking home a win.
Warriors will have a playoff game next week. That game is likely to be on November 7th, which is a Saturday. They will most likely be in that 9-16 category, but very high in that category, probably at 9, 10, or 11. But there is possibility they jump up to an 8 seed. An 8 seed, the 8 seed and above get bye weeks. 9 through 16 get home games, and the rest just get to be there, just get to play.
Yeah, we're not the rest.
We are going to stick around for a few minutes. We are hoping our sideline reporter, Caden Lopez, can get an interview with Brody Seek. I mean, Brody Seek absolutely balled this game. He had a sack as well as a touchdown. And him coming off that edge and off his blitzes, he really rattled Brinkman. These players go over to sing the fight song.
A few students that decide to stay.
This is an emotional one, I'm sure, for a lot of these players. They will have, of course, another home game, and I apologize, I'm losing my voice here. But it is a weird feeling to play your last regular season high school football game. And from here on out, Warriors going to have to fight to continue to play football, to continue to get those opportunities for their seniors to keep playing games. November 7th is a Friday. I don't know why I thought it was a Saturday. November 7th is a Friday. That is likely to be when the Warriors playoff game is. Caden Lopez trying to get Brody Seek. We'll see.
It'd be nice to get a couple seniors in there if we can.
He's talking to him right now. Caden, fill us in what happened. Give him 2 seconds to get his mic on. It is just a high school broadcast.
Mike, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, so I just talked to Brody. He said he'll be down for an interview. They're just going to break it down, then he's going to come get us.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Thurman.
All right, so it does take a while to break it down for the Warriors, but we are going to stick around. We do want to hear that interview. That's a great opportunity to get some insight from what is truly going on the field. So if you would like to stick around for that, we'll be here for a few minutes, but we will be off air, or our mics will be off until the interview. I'll make a comment so that people know. But we will see you all in a few minutes for an interview with Brody Seek.
Oh my gosh. I say kickoff. Yeah. Kickoff return? Yeah. I was thinking maybe if you would have picked it. Yeah, I think the call on both the call and said, but I think it's whatever you care. Whatever you care. Get the pumpkin next.
All right, Warriors just broke it down. Seek said he would go over after that, so we'll see. Caden Lopez waiting. Of course, it is senior night, so all these boys, you know, with their parents, Seek, we can tell, is talking to his parents, hugs, still waiting here. We got a point. We got a point out of Brody Seek. Brody Seek pointed at Caden. We still do have 51 viewers, so still waiting. We should get it. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Here we go. Interview now with Brody Seek from Caden Lopez. Caden, you got it, bro. Let's hear it.
All right, Brody, great game tonight. The booth wants to know what went through your head in your last game, regular season game, as a senior getting a touchdown when most of your success has been on the defensive side of the ball.
It felt awesome. I was blessed with the opportunity and just be with my guys on senior night. Everybody I've been playing with 4 years, sometimes more. Just felt awesome to be with my boys and couldn't have done it without them. You know, it's a real experience. I love these boys so much.
We also want to know, what can't Brody Seek do? I mean, touchdowns, sacks, tackles, what else?
I don't know, man. I guess we'll find out soon. Maybe we will.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Caden. We appreciate you for bearing the cold. You can go ahead and head on up. I know it's cold down there. Brody Seek is not only a fantastic football player, but a fantastic man off the field. He is a 3-star commit to Air Force. So we'll see. Maybe he gets an interception over there, and then it's really what can't Brody Seek do. But he did it all tonight, that is for sure. Couple tackles for loss, a sack, and the first touchdown of his high school career. But that'll do it from us up here in the booth. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight on Arapahoe Sports Network. My name is Trey Larson. I was joined alongside Mason Lanier, Lane Larson, and of course, Caden Lopez. Have a great night, everybody. We will see you next week for some playoff football. And as always, let's go Warriors.
Oh, I gotta seal up. This guy the whole time, but.